Good morning everybody and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. It's Thursday the 28th of May. It's the day after my 60th birthday and I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who messaged me, who called me, and I really appreciate your interest and your best wishes. It is a big day, a birthday, and it's a day that we welcome all our friends and family, and it's great to feel special once in a while. Today what I want to do is I want to talk about a book that I read many years ago. It's an absolute classic, I think. It's called The Road Less Travelled by Scott Peck, and it's one of those books that you need to read 2 or 3 times because there's just so much in there that you need to make sure that you pick it all up and don't waste the opportunity. But one of the quotes from that book that really got me thinking was when he described love, or what love is. And I haven't seen that quote for a while, but I'm just paraphrasing from my memory and how I recorded it in my memory about 30 years ago. Actually, I probably read the book back when I was in my 30s, and now I'm 60. He said that basically there are lots of definitions of love, but the definition that he had that resonated deeply with me was that love is giving to somebody else or doing for somebody else that what they can't do for themselves. And the examples that we can think about in this respect is a mother gives to a child what they can't give to themselves. They give them breast milk, they give them caring, constant 24-hour caring. And on the flip side, when people get old, they also need to be cared for. So once again, people express a form of love by giving to them what they can't do for themselves, feed them, comfort them, and all of these sorts of things. So from his definition, you can come to the conclusion that love is sacrifice. Love is giving of yourself to somebody else. But more importantly, it's about giving of yourself to somebody else to enable them to grow and develop. And there's a fine line, and we've mentioned this before, there's a fine line between giving not enough, which starves them of development steps to grow and develop, and there's also the other side of the equation where we tend to overgive and strangle them and quash their growth and development by being too much in their face. Another thing that came out of the book, which I found also very, very inspiring and powerful, was that you can't be efficient in relationships. You can't be efficient in love. You can't delegate aspects of love. And an example of that is that, or one of the dangers is that if you try to be too efficient, then people feel as if they're not loved. I remember when I was working at IBM back in the mid-80s, and I'd walk into my manager's office. The manager would always turn around stop what they're doing and just look me in the eyes and say to me, how can I help? And that act of being present at that point in time made them very approachable. It's very important for people, or for people who are in leadership positions, to be approachable. Too often these days we're busy, we're preoccupied, and we're not able to be fully present with young children, with our partners, with our parents, with our work peers. And that sometimes makes them feel like they're being taken for granted. Now, you can do it once, you can do it twice, you can do it 10 times, but there comes a point where people start to disengage from you. And when you get to the point of disengagement, it's very, very hard to re-engage in people, in relationships. So for that very reason, we need to keep relationships bubbling along. We need to make sure that we keep in touch with our friends and family. Get on the phone, give them a call, send them a message, put a like on their Facebook post. All of these little things are just little reminders for people to know that you care and to know that you're still engaged with them. So another thing from that book which also resonated with me was, even in the title, The Road Less Travelled. What he did in that book is he encourages people to be effective in their relationships, to be effective in what they do, and not to take shortcuts. The biggest theme to come out of the book is not to take shortcuts and to take the long road, to do the hard yards, because only through those hard yards, through taking that long road, you get to see and do and experience more in life. People who are too efficient, or people who take shortcuts, yes, they get the job done quicker. But by getting the job done quicker, they miss out on the opportunity of engaging with people around them, of learning through the mistakes. And sometimes, and in many ways, by being too efficient, they don't do a great job. So the lesson for our children, for our parents, for our peers, for our partners, is don't try and be too efficient with them. Find out what works and do what works, every single time. And ask them, are you happy? Is this what you wanted? So you're going to need to make sure that once you engage with somebody, before you disengage, to make sure that you've delivered on what their expectation is and what they really wanted and needed. So just ask the question, with the children, is there anything more? McDonald's do it all the time. Is there anything more? Is there anything more? Do you need anything more? And by asking those simple questions, and by being open and available and approachable, people will have the courage to be able to be honest with you and to have a relationship with you, a relationship which is not fake, a relationship which is not half-hearted. So we're living a life, we're talking to people, it's important and fulfilling, should I add, and fulfilling to be engaged and to be interested. So that's my little 2 bobs worth for the day. As I said, I really enjoyed reading that book from Scott Peck, The Road Less Travelled. And once again, the 3 key messages is: don't be too efficient with the people around you or your life. The important thing is to be effective, because through being effective, you're getting the job done, and you'll be able to see the results, and both will grow and develop through that relationship and that engagement. Don't take shortcuts, take the long road and enjoy your life. And that's about it. And with love, you need to do and give what other people can't do or give to themselves. Remember, what makes people attracted to each other is the skills, the talents, and the things that they don't have naturally within themselves. So they're depending on other people around them to be able to do that skills transfer and show them how to do it, how to be engaged, how to learn, how to grow and develop. And it's when you focus on people's growth and development that you really add value to the people around you. Remember, it's not about your growth and development. It's about their growth and development. So if you're catering and focusing on helping the people around you grow and develop with confidence and competence, then you too will also be growing with competence and confidence as well. So learn through teaching, learn through giving other people growth spurts and growth opportunities, and hopefully you can both grow together through pushing and pulling each other. You can tease each other to live or lean into the uncomfort zone. So by leaning slightly into that uncomfort zone is when you're expanding and growing. Anyway, thank you very much for your kind and beautiful birthday wishes. I really, really appreciated it. Turning 60 is a big milestone, and as I said yesterday, I thank God for the opportunity of getting to this stage of my life and being healthy and being surrounded by good people who are healthy and well. And also a reminder to those that today, for us Greek Orthodox, it's Ascension Thursday. So it's 40 days after Pascha, 40 days after Easter, and it's a very, very special day within the Christian calendar, and a major feast day for all of us. Anyway, take care, have a good one, and once again, I appreciate you being part of my life, and onward and upward for all of us. Bye for now.